Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Nithini De Silva.
Newsfirst headline.
SLPP parliamentary group to meet today to discuss upcoming elections. SJB General Secretary says the party is ready to face any election. Further disruptions to railway operations along the coastal line. In news overseas, Gaza's entire population facing acute food insecurity, Blinken warns. And in cricket, Hasaranga suspended from playing Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh tests. Now for the news in detail. The Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna will hold 3 discussions today regarding the current political situation and the party's future measures. The discussions will be chaired by founder of the SLPP, Basil Rajapaksa. The first discussion will be held with the SLPP parliamentary group, while the second discussion will be held with the participation of former provincial councillors of the SLPP. The third discussion is due to be held with trade union representatives. The SLPP says the discussions will focus on seeking opinions regarding several matters, including the manner in which the party should contest the upcoming elections and the presidential candidacy. A meeting was recently held between former heads of local government institutions representing the SLPP and Basil Rajapaksa. During the discussion, a majority of them have said that it is inappropriate to give the presidential candidacy to a person outside the party. The SLPP adds that a majority of them were also in favour of holding the general election first. In more local news, General Secretary of the Samagijana Balawegya, Ranjit Maduma Bandara, says the SJB is ready to face any election. The SJB Working Committee meeting was held last evening at the party office. Speaking to media following the meeting, MP Ranjit Maduma Bandara says the SJB's future course of action was discussed during the meeting. When inquired regarding discussions with other factions to form an alliance for the elections, MP Maduma Bandara said the discussions are ongoing and the alliance will be established at the appropriate time. Moving on to more local news, Sri Lanka Railway says railway operations along the coastal line will be suspended again after office trains reach Colombo. Railway Traffic Superintendent N.J. Indipulage says the measure will be taken to derail the train that derailed between the Kompana Vidya and the Colombo Fort railway stations. Railway operations along the coastal line, which is a double-track railway line, was halted last night due to the derailment. One track was temporarily opened early this morning for office trains. Indipulage says both tracks will have to be closed to re-rail the train.
International news.
US Secretary of State Antony Blinken says Gaza's 2 million people are experiencing severe levels of acute food insecurity. He says this was the first time an entire population had been so classified. Blinken called on Israel to prioritize providing for those in need. UN agencies have said North Gaza could face famine by May without a pause in the fighting and a surge in aid.
Sports news.
Sri Lanka all-rounder Wanindu Hasaranga has been suspended for the 2-test series against Bangladesh shortly after announcing his decision to return to Test cricket, having retired from the format last year. During the third ODI in the recently concluded series against Bangladesh, Hasaranga was found guilty of breaching Article 2.8 of the ICC Code of Conduct for players and player support personnel, which relates to showing dissent at an umpire's decision during an international match. The incident occurred in the 37th over of the game when Hasaranga snatched his cap from one of the umpires and ridiculed the umpiring in the match. Bangladesh took the series 2-1 after winning the contest by 4 wickets. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Nithini De Silva. Thank you.